Yeah, הגיע הזמן להתעורר, לשוב הביתה, and this is something unbelievable. I love this song. And Moish, you understand the song? You understand the wording?
I understand a little bit. The baita means a house. Not all of it.
Yeah.
Return
Okay.
to house. Is that what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
song is
yeah.
based on?
No, it's long. It's no, no. It come to basically to Avinu Shebashamayim. This is a song that talking our relationship with with Hakadosh Baruch Hu. And this is starting like this. Igi Azman Little at the time to wake up. They wake up and come back home. And even we did something wrong, He is forgive us and accepting us. And it's a bit. I tell you, I love. I drove to Lakewood with my son, and we are uh basically all the 1.5 hours we just repeat this song back and forth, and that's what this. Wow, as you see, it's amazing. I'm trying to.
So Nisam, tell us. You said that it's Rabbi Chacham Avadi Yosef's your site, Laila, right?
Tonight, yes, you
Tonight.
also tonight is
So
yours,
tell us
yeah.
some stories or what we know about Chacham
Okay,
Yosef.
you
What,
know what? This is
who
a
was Chacham Yosef? I'm sure the small kids heard of him, but
okay.
maybe they don't know some stories.
Okay, Chacham Yosef. I would say that uh, as other people, I'm not. Well, I'm to talk about about Chacham Yosef, but the biggest rabbanim, like all they say that he was like. You cannot find a person like his knowledge and stuff like this like in 1,000 years, 500 years. It's something this unbelievable. He, beside its knowledge, beside his wisdom that he get. First of all, he born in Iraq, and his parents moved to Israel when he was like 2 or 3 years old. His father was as a small grocery, and he just grew up in a spatial.
Yeah, and yeah, and basically, wow. Thank you very much. We just got a nice cake inside the studio.
Thank you.
That looks delicious. I'm
Yeah.
hopefully gonna enjoy that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I thought to give you another one. Okay, thank you. So I got a big birthday cake.
Oh wow. So Nisam, you said how old was this birthday? Can you tell him about some? Let's not get distracted about Rabbi Vadia
Yes,
Yosef.
okay. So
Yeah.
when he was like, I think that 4 years old, he's studying. No, it's something that it's amazing. It's like I would say that if I can compare it to a Gaon Mevina or something, this day both of them about 4 or 5 years old already knew the Torah by heart. They know all the I would say, and age uh 10, he finished the Shas few times already. And the story about him that his father one time took him to Iraq, back to Iraq to visit over there, and he was sitting in a shul, a young boy, and he heard the chacham, the rabbi of the shul, talking about, and he said, "I'm sorry, you're wrong, Rabbi. I'm just it's." And if basically, correct the local rabbi, so and it is so it's amazing. And the rabbi in the end, the rabbi come and said with and they will start studying take this boy seriously. About I think 12 years old, uh, the parents didn't have money to send him to any school, to any yeshiva. And the Chacham Atiyah Zecher Tzadik Kadosh Lebracha, also he was the Rosh Yeshiva of Porat Yosef. He was over the Rosh Yeshiva, and he saw this boy, and he see that the boy is missing. So I asked around. He said that his father need him in the store in a grocery to help him. The father didn't have money. So Chacham Atiya come to the father and said to him, "Listen, you need help in the store." He said yes. So I'm staying here in the store now and send your boy to the yeshiva. And you know, the father was very, I don't know, embarrassed, but he was like shocked. He was really shocked about the power of the, this, that everybody, this Chacham Atiya is the chief rabbi of this Fardim in Yerushalayim, come to his store and give him this kavod, and he want to stay helping instead of his young son. So he come so he released Chacham of Yosef to go to yeshiva, and he become very, very. First of all, he had unbelievable memory and photography memory. He used to go to a store, bookstores, standing over there in the corner, and flipping on the books, and he going out. So when he go out, he said to the seller, to the store owner, "How much I owe you?" I said, "For what? You didn't take nothing." So I said, I read the book. So the store owner said, "What, you crazy? You read the book here, wasn't here?" And those days books was very rare and expensive. So the store owner saw that he's serious, and he knows exactly. He test him, which page, what we go, and he saw this boy that, like I said, come whenever you want, and learn whatever you want, and he didn't take them. It's but beside this, his knowledge and wisdom, he was a person of the people, and I had so many stories about him. I I have one story that always, when I remember this and is thinking about it, it gives tears in my eyes. And the story about the widows of the war of 73 wars, that he worked nights, days and nights, to release them from Aganut. You know what I'm talking about?
I can note, yeah.
Yeah, when
Widows, yeah.
widows, when you are a widow, you can remarried, you can basically, but Aguna,
Aguna means that you don't know where the husband is.
exactly.
For those boys or girls who are listening, Aguna means we don't know where the husband is. So husband traveled away to Switzerland, and we don't know where he is.
Yes, and unfortunately, we had quite a few Agunot in Milchemet Yom Kippur, because the body, with this kind of weapons, sometimes the body is basically assimilated. It's like evaporate, I would say. Evaporate if it's anti-tanks rockets, or if it's aircraft rocket. Sometimes you, in my unit, when I got hit with a rocket, unfortunately, quite a few guys just basically went off the cliff, and the body wasn't so completely when they found them, but they found some part of the bodies. But in a certain tanks that it got eat it, they basically couldn't find any part of the body. So Chacham Ovadia Yosef was basically took this very, very serious. He didn't sleep nights. And the story that one night, I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock at night, he called his helper, said, "I need this phone number for this lady." And he called her, and listen, he told her, "You are now a widow. I'm releasing from the Aganut." And everybody asked him, why you doing it in the middle of the night? Just, he said, I couldn't let it, I couldn't let her waiting more than this. And the minute I got to the conclusion, I can found that all the evidence that her husband died, I couldn't let her more. She suffered enough. And this is one of these stories about, that Chacham Ovadia was so caring about other people. That's why when in his funeral, I don't know if you remember this, we broadcast here, it was a million people,
A
million
million
people
people. Wow, that's a very big.
just follow his body to Sanhedrin המורחבת. I was in Israel. I tried to go to his kever because and unfortunately it was closed this night. The night it was Motzei Shabbat.
Wow, that's one of the stories of Rabbi Chacham Ovadia said, Zechron Lebracha. Do we have time for another story? A
Uh,
short little story on how did he become such a great leader of people? What made
that's
everybody
okay
attract to him?
because he's caring about. You can go and it's I heard today's story about uh basically something with divorce papers and divorce issue that a lady was in a Besdin with her daughter, and with the other side was represented with rabbis, big rabbis, big, and this rabbi is coming in front of the in front of the Besdin, and giving the ta'anot and what is going to be is. And after that, the young lady just stood up, and she wasn't religious, stood up and said, they're wrong. So he called this lady and told her, okay, come, this girl basically, come here, sit here and tell me what you're thinking. What happened, what is wrong, what is the story? And she told him everything. And he basically pasak, he's giving his pasak in favor of this lady. And the rabbi said, "Oh, Rabbi, are we giving? Are we listen to this lady? She's only a student, and she's that all this blah blah blah." The rabbi said, "That's my decision. I checked the stuff, and that's it." And he stood up from his, he wasn't afraid of nothing. Except Hakadosh Baruch Hu. He always stood up in what he believed, and it's not what he believed. What in it checked everything. When you open his books, yeah, Yahweh De'ah. You heard about it? These books.
Nope, I don't read too much about these books.
Okay, this book is, for example, Yahweh De'ah. It is questions.
What I did read about is Aleppo, the Sephardi rabbis of Aleppo.
No, but this one is from Iraq. He's not from Aleppo. He's from Iraq, from Baghdad. Aleppo is from Syria. But what happened is, for example, is if you take a book of Chacham Ovadia Yosef, Shelot V'Tshuvot, shoot, the question about any halacha, and you open the that and you see for some small question. You see, at least I'm not exaggerate. At least 50 different location about answering of this question. To Simuchin, from the Gemara, from the Mishnayot, from this Rishon, from this Sacharon, from this from Rambam, from the two, and everything is sitting in his computer, in his head. I would say, and how he connected it, what it is, it's unbelievable. They, one non-religious, one affiliate Jew, basically research his lifestyle, his life of Chacham Ovadia, and he claimed that Chacham Ovadia Yosef had to read or to know thoroughly, from back to forth, about 30,000 halacha book. 30,000. You imagine it? Just to read it is a lifetime, but it's like it's unbelievable how we connected, how we the,
Sometimes laws are 1,000 pages.
yeah.
Sometimes laws are 1,000 pages.
Yeah, but it's but you have to find the connection between this and this page number 25, the line and up them, I telling you, is people don't realize who was here. People don't understand. I heard today another story about him that one day a white pigeon went to this Bet Knesset, and this pigeon didn't move from the flying all over, and the people tried to open the window, tried to kiss her, nothing. And then Chacham over there said, get into the room, and she sat on his chair. He went over there to the chair. The pigeon didn't move, and basically he put his finger on the chair. The pigeons moved to the finger. He picked up the pigeon, say something to the ear of the pigeon, and then the pigeon just went out and fly away.
Wow. Here you have it, boys and girls. Rabbi Vadi Yosef, the Chana Bracha, Cham Vadi Yosef. So much to learn about him, about his caring and sharing, and this is what makes a leader great, a big tzaddik great. This is what makes a tzaddik, that they care about other people. And boys and girls, you can all learn from their caring, and we can all learn about how he cared about other Yidden, about how he helped everybody. And that's the chut. May he daven for all of us. All right, and we are now going to play Koachsov. We have Koachsov over there, Nisan.
Let me see, because I know that we had. Let me see. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, so here we are on Jeru Radio. Leila Shishi Yoli follows me with Rabbi Fishel Schachter next. Don't go away. Leila Shishi Yoli kishroni hour
Wollt ihr gelaufen in der Gasse, in ich wollt geschrien neue Schabes, heiliger Schabes. Koer soif neuer Schabes, oi, 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 oi. Hamaseides, di misacheides, bis gilus eichu. Mishoich noya, gilus eichu. Oy, 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 oy. Leyam, merevad yishoyer, tzoi neichu. Kahad shaim, Bishas HaShabbos, oy, 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 oy. Amisacheides, v'soiru seichu, sachlu em, v'yamru etzoin, liftoyach sharai etzoin eichu. Oy, koeh soif noyam Shabbos, hamaseides, misacheides, oy, 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 bis gilus eichu. Hoyu hoy vet shmoy shoy v'lay, im tzapim Shabbos kodshechu. Ki ayot aloy galafikai moyim kainach shom taroin, lekabay noyam, oy 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 noyam Shabbos, oy 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 oy, ha misacheides, ha misach